Hello, my name is Sasha, I live in Kiev.
It's very important to replace our people with the drones.
This stuff is quite accessible and Russians produce them as well.
We have to act like entertainers, clowns to fundraise.
It develops so quickly. It started maybe 1 year ago. It went to absolutely new level.
In between the trees, and just, hey, here you are. Hello.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll parties here.
Hi everyone, today I want to show you something that has become an opening of this war. I will show you the creation of drone kamikaze, of FPV drone. But first, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, leave your comments and like this video. Just a year ago, it was something unusual on the front line, but now these tiny, almost toy drones, which carries explosive, can damage and destroy $1 million vehicle or any other equipment or tanks or artillery. According to rough calculation of Forbes, Russia has 6 times more production of these drones than Ukraine. So it's crucially important for Ukraine to develop this particular sphere. So I'm going to show you one of the production of the FPV drones, and this production is very special because it has got rock spirit, because it was founded by rock musicians. One of the volunteers in this center is very famous Ukrainian musician, rock musician, Alexander Pipa, who was founder of the legendary Ukrainian band VV. When I was a kid, I was terrified of one of their video, Vesna. You know what I mean? So I had an opportunity to meet Alexander, to meet Anton, who was the founder of this center, and other volunteers who helped to create such a small and tiny, but such a dangerous weapon.
This is a trophy from Izum, even from Moscow. They still use this. You see the name of their unit. You know, it's very useful. It's priceless. You see all the parts, they come in boxes. Frames. We have to assemble it. And we have to buy everything. Like frames, also motors. This is not something we can 3D print here, unlike this one. Some more parts, like antennas here. This is not something we can 3D print. There are some opinions that drones can be 3D printed. That's not how it's made. So see, only this holder we can 3D print. The rest we have to buy the antenna, or we have to make it, but not 3D print. We have some holders here, mainly 3D printing, and all this modeling is all about holders, bodies and covers, like grenades, or holders for something, and covers for something. Like this parts is for antenna holders.
Hello, my name is Sasha, I live in Kiev. All of us here, we are kind of volunteering engineers. So right now I brought assembled frames with motors attached to them. Almost all of us here are musicians, like, or some creative people. Even we have a guitar and an amp here. are not like advanced specialists in all that stuff. We have to learn based on our previous experience, because music, rock music, has something to do with soldering as well. Like all of us used to solder like guitar pedals, mending amps also. So we used to know the minimum requirements for the soldering. And everything what's further we are learning.
We believe that it's very important to, it's a bad word, but still gonna use it, to replace our people with the drones. And when I'm saying replace the people, I mean that we don't have that many people as Russians have. All the manufacturers, local drone manufacturers in Ukraine, they had a huge lines, like 3 months, maybe even more. So even when we had money, we couldn't buy drones. That's why we had to come up with something. Hey guys, we're gonna start our own production here, just to fulfill the demand, fulfill the needs of the military units that are our close friends. I'm originally from computers world. I had to quit the very first day when a full-scale invasion started. I had the right to leave the country, but I, instead of kind of escaping from Ukraine, I chose to stay here and use that as an opportunity to bring something from Europe, from Poland, and all other countries. At the very beginning, I started to transport body armors, vests, and helmets, shoes, boots, everything that could help our guys here. Yeah, also fundraising, looking for people who wants to donate, then looking for some goods. And later on, I started to dig into unmanned aircrafts and drones and everything.
I was somewhat lost at the beginning. I didn't know where to apply my efforts. And luckily, in the social media, I saw a post by Anton, a fellow musician, guitar player, who was looking for people who know how to solder.
At the very beginning, we started to make release mechanisms that would allow us to drop some bombs, grenades. Back then, I found a couple of engineers who knew how to make them, how to make that device, and then we just started with the very first versions that were not good enough. I mean, even now I would look at those ugly devices and I was like, no, that's not ours, but it was ours.
Those devices you can see just behind me, these green little toys. So we spent kind of 6 months producing only this stuff. We made thousands of them and sent them to the front lines. And then new tendencies in drone warfare started, and these tendencies are FPV drones. So we had to learn how to assemble them, how to improve them, and how to produce them in as large quantities as we can. Because, you know, this stuff is quite accessible, and Russians produce them as well. Everybody in Kiev who know how to solder, how to do something with a screwdriver, now they produce drones just to attain some kind of parity, at least parity with Russians, because it's really it develops so quickly. It started maybe 1 year ago, and now it's really complete. It went to absolutely new level.
I'm 16 years old. Just a few minutes ago, I was assembling this drone, for example. It just happened so that my father told me how to solder, and that's really all I knew when I first came here. And then I was taught here to how to assemble drones, what wires to connect to different parts of it. So right now I am in an online school, so I have a free schedule, so I can come here when I have free time. Well, my friends were surprised and excited, but it was nothing special because they all did some different types of volunteering at some point.
How many drones did you make?
Around 30, I would say.
How much does your one drone cost?
Our drone costs around $420 something, with the battery included. Normally people would say that our drone costs less, but they never specify that battery is not included. I go the like a fair way, where I say this is the price, but the battery is included. So you can just take this device, it's ready to fly. You don't have to worry about getting the battery from somewhere, and just to do this marketing trick that look at this is a cheap drone, but yeah, there is a tiny moment that you have to take into account. The batteries should be there. The influence of the FPV drones on this war is tremendous because it's so effective, as we can all see now, and I knew that was coming like maybe half a year ago or even earlier. That's why we started this. That's why we started, and we're gonna keep doing this, keep making drones and buying drones until they make some changes in radio warfare equipment that would completely block and jam all the frequencies that this drone is using. So our goal is to make as many as possible now, thousands and hundreds of them, and use them now.
Well, I've certainly seen a lot of videos, so I have no doubt that they are like useful. And as far as I know, they are relatively cheap comparing to other types of weapons. So yes, I think it's pretty important.
For one group now, they're so professional. They're like virtuoso in using the FPV drones. They're flying among the trees in the woods, and they are looking for the Buryat guy who is hiding behind the bushes, and they can detect the guy from this drone that's not supposed to be used for that. These are 100% strike drones. So you never pilot this drone. You don't fly anywhere without knowing where exactly you heading to. So you have to know the target in advance before takeoff. But those guys are like super professional. They slowly fly in between the trees, and it's like, hey, here you are. Hello.
Is it difficult to fundraise money?
Yes, it is. Yes, absolutely. Nowadays, it's always impossible. So all the volunteers, like myself and all my friends here, we have to act like entertainers, clones, come up with the new ideas, with the new ways to fundraise, to get people attention. Yeah, okay. Sing songs, they dance around the fire, praying the gods to send us donors.
To attract attention, because people just get tired. Do you understand why it's happening?
Yeah, because I also got tired sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I wish I'll never wake up again. But then I have to kind of take those feelings, jam them, and press them somewhere deep inside my soul, and keep going, keep going, keep working, because who else gonna do this if not us?
As much money we can get, as many drones we can send to the front lines. So we always have to invent some new ways to promote and to ask people to donate. So one of ideas, there's a famous Ukrainian poet, writer, and rock singer, Sergei Zhadan, and we found out that FPV drone looks a bit like logo of his band. It looks like that. So we named our drone after a character of a song of this band. The character was NATAKHA. It's like a kind of a bit familiar, slightly rude name, a way to call Natalie.
Не плач, моє серце, не плач, не муч свою душу картонну. Ми з тобою побачимось з того боку кордону, з того боку життя, з того боку державної митниці. Ми з тобою зустрінемось де-небудь в районі Вінниці. Я люблю цю країну, навіть без кокаїну. Небо це березневе, без тебе серце, без тебе. Кинув все, що виніс, перепродав свій бізнес. Вийду на берег Дунаю, там і сконаю.
So Sergei Zhadan and his band, they help us to raise some money to produce more of these drones. So this is that kind of collaboration.
Друзяки, всім привіт! Ви, мабуть, пам'ятаєте, що ми робили збір на наші дрони, які називаються NATAKHA, фірмові брендовані дрони від Жадана і Собак. Ось власна майстерня, де ці дрони виготовляються. Ми зараз знаходимося в самому осерді цієї лабораторії секретної. От вже майже готові наші дрони. Незабаром всі вони опиняться на озброєнні нашого війська, нашої української армії і будуть наближати нашу перемогу.
That's quite funny that as we are all musicians, we always think slightly that way. And it helps because, you know, creative ideas, sometimes it helps to find some breakthrough engineering solution.
Here we have like pre-built drones, assembled frames, flight controllers, cameras installed, and the rest is a little bit customizable, like control system. It depends on the request. Some guys from one unit can request one technology, the other wants to use another technology and another frequencies. That's why we don't finish them up. We keep like a space for adjustments and customization. As soon as we start to produce many drones, like significant number of drones, then we're gonna get attention from the org side, and that's not something we want to do. So for me, it's better to focus on fundraising, build some drones here, and just go around and buy from all other manufacturers here.
Do you have rehearsal here and some maybe parties here at the end of the hard working day?
You know, even if we had some sex, drugs, and rock and roll parties here, I wouldn't confess.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, leave your comments and like this video. And if you want to donate money for this production and help Ukraine to resist Russia, I will leave all links below in the description of this video. See you soon.